Hey there, welcome to Consult the Blind Guy. In today's episode, we are going to be doing Leda Day 10. If you're here in the live stream with me, please, by all means, leave a comment. Let me know that you're here. If you have any questions, comments, I will be more than happy to answer or respond to them. I do actually have my cell phone sitting here so I can actually see them a little bit easier compared to leaning back and forth. So if you see a comment from Raven's videos, one, that is actually me on my older account. That way it is easier for me to be able to see. As I said, today we are covering Leda Day 10. So let's get into reading our little mission statement here. Today's mission: you have a unique superpower, and this comes from your strengths, your flaws, your why, and your accomplishments. Your mission is give 2 to 3 examples of how you'll integrate your awesome into your content. Um, this one's a little bit hard for me because it's like, well, what do you mean by implementing my awesome? Because it's like I've already done a lot of these kind of things over the past week with this stream, really. So it's like, how am I going to implement anything more than what I've already done to improve? But I am actually working on making it so that when we do these live streams from now on, that we may actually have some background music and more of a interaction between the chat and myself, not only from reading them on my phone, but actually putting them on screen, being able to interact with you there, answer any questions you may have when it comes to the topic of today's live stream, when it comes to Leda, or even for the fact of the video released early this morning about print on demand products, kind of like Teespring, Zazzle, Custom Ink, Shopify, and all the others. So if you have any questions about this morning's episode, by all means, please feel free to drop that in the comments as well. I will do my best to answer them. If I do not have the answer, I will actually research that and get back to you in the comments as soon as I can. So, as I said, today they want me to give 2 to 3 ways that I'm going to implement my unique awesome into our streams. As I said, I believe I've already done a lot of that this past week, but how am I going to implement more? Well, I'm going to be implementing more by one, we're going to be having more people on the stream with me this month. I am actually in the process of getting some more of our blind VIP community in alignment so we can schedule out what days they would actually like to be here and what schedule works best for them. That way we can have a good one on one interview, whether you're a YouTuber, a Twitch streamer, TikTok, whatever, this is an open invite to you to come onto this channel at some point this month if you would like to. By all means, please let me know in the comments or in the chat now, and I will get a hold of you so we can make arrangements for that to happen. I also have the series that I have already done once before about why do you YouTube. And this is open to everybody. You do not have to be blind or visually impaired. You just have to be a YouTuber. I would love to hear your reasons why you make your content here on YouTube. This is a way for you, if you are in the blind or visually impaired community, to get your word out and reasoning behind why you created your channel and do your content. If you're not blind and visually impaired, it's the same option for you. This is a good way for you to get a little bit more exposure to an audience that you are not already tied into, possibly, and be able to get a little bit more promotion for your channel to help you grow and maybe even help you get a little bit more of a knowledge on what could actually help you on your channel. As you know, I have been spending the last 5 months thoroughly every day doing everything I can to gain knowledge to be able to help our community out so we can not only grow our YouTube channels and make good content for our communities, no matter what niche you're in, but as well as ways to make income so we do not have to be reliant on Social Security disability. So please, by all means, if you have any questions about this morning's video, I will be more than happy to answer them. Let's see, who do we have here with us? The Blind Guy Show. Hey, Greg, how are you doing, brother? It's nice to have you here with us. I greatly appreciate the support. Um, as I said, today's episode, they want me to do ways that I'm going to implement another 2 to 3 ways that I can implement more of my uniqueness or my superpowers, flaws, and things like that into the live streams or into my content in general. And I'm having a little rough time figuring out exactly how I'm going to do that because I already do a lot of things that actually would classify as that, sharing my experiences, like the other day at the casino that I mentioned, or being out using our white canes, or um, just the common problems that we have in our community. I feel that that would actually be one of our strengths because it's one thing that a lot of people actually talk about. And I hope by sharing these things that it is actually beneficial to you here on the stream, that you can have an inside look of what it's like to be visually impaired, understand the struggles and trials that we have to deal with on a regular basis. As I said, being somebody that has to use a white cane is one big problem for a lot of the community because we are actually nervous and fearful and afraid of what people are going to say or do to us because of seeing that cane. That is one big problem I have noticed very much in our community is that we actually prevent ourselves from having independence because of the perception of others in seeing us with our cane or seeing us wear our dark sunglasses because everybody has this misconception that using a white cane or having the dark sunglasses means you're automatically 100% blind. And as I've said before, and I will continue to say, that is not the case. Blindness is actually a spectrum. You can be very hard of seeing because of tunnel vision. It could be cataracts, it could be glaucoma, you could be 100% blind. There is a variety of different levels of sight, anywhere from complete darkness to just being able to see little specks of light in your vision to being able to see just peripherally or just centrally or having complications of the cataracts, as I said. And if you don't know what cataracts is, it is a like milky looking uh, kind of cloud that goes over your eye. And there's two types. You have the slightly transparent milky, and then you have the like strong, like real milk, not transparent to where it will actually block the entire vision from having any kind of vision in that area. Um, as I said, I have X-linked retinitis pigmentosus. So myself, I have an actual few different things wrong with my eyes that make it difficult for me to see. My eye disease could actually make me go 100% blind at a moment's notice. There is no telling whether or not my retina will detach or stay attached. There is no telling whether or not I could be sitting here right now and my eye could just say, hey, screw you, I'm staying attached, but I'm not going to send any of that signal anymore. I have glaucoma, I have cataracts, I have photophobia, and nystagmus. So It's a slight complication to deal with 5 different things within your eyes to be able to function as a normal person would. And that is the whole purpose of this channel, is not only to share my experience with my eyes, but to help those in the community teach on their specific condition, whether it's RP or any other version of a eye disability. This way we can actually help educate those out in society on the differences between the different eye conditions, what they do to your vision, and the possible outcomes because of having these conditions. Let's see here. I see comments coming in. I'm taking a look real quick. Bad self esteem issues when I first started using my weight cane. Yes, Greg, I totally agree, brother. I have been the same way. In fact, the other day I went out with my new cane, which I won thanks to Matt and Corey at Blind to Billionaire. I have the new no jab cane, and I will be doing a video on that here soon. I have started recording, but I have not fully tested it. I am trying to do it in multiple locations so I can get a real good experience with it for the first uses, to give an honest review of what I think of the cane. Now, if I was to go right off very first impressions, I do have some minor complaints and dislikes. But as I said, I've only used it one time so far, and I am not going to base my review off of one experience. So I am in the process of using the new cane in different locations. I know my first time on the pea gravel road was not the best, but that was, as I said, my very first time using the cane, and it is going to take me some getting used to because it is way different compared to having a standard cane. If you're unfamiliar, the no jab cane is actually spring loaded, and it makes it so you're not supposed to have to worry so much about having your cane jab into something and then stab you in your stomach or in your chest or in your hip because of it snagging on an object or dip in pavement or cack in the cement of the sidewalk or whatever the case may be. So do look forward to that because I do plan on giving a thorough review and comparison between a traditional standard white cane and the new no jab cane. And if you have any questions, by all means, please feel free to ask. I have no problem sharing on my experiences with a no jab cane or with the traditional cane. I have actually done a little bit of training on cane repair, and I actually need to go back through and get a refresher because it's been so long. But I'm hoping that because I have this experience of using the new cane as well as the standard of before, as well as the I don't know if you'd really call it a mobility cane because it is the pistol grip type cane, more for the ability to stand upright without having to worry about falling over rather than actually the cane to travel with. Show that off. All right, I will definitely do that, Greg. Give me one quick second here. I'll grab this. Sorry if you're actually getting feedback in the background. My computer seems to be running a little bit loud on the fan because of I have my doors closed. This here is my new cane. This is the no jab. It is still a traditional breakdown, just like the originals. The difference, however, is the fabrication of this cane is a little bit different compared to the normal. This one is actually carbon fiber with the metal on the joints compared to the regular cane, which is aluminum. I have actually noticed with this cane that there is a little bit more give in it compared to the standard. The metal one, when you grab onto it and you put it together, it sticks pretty nice and firm, and you will barely get any kind of movement out of it compared to this one. Sorry if I'm blowing out your ears by moving this back and forth the way I am. I'm trying not to make it too loud on you. But when you put these canes together like this one here, I don't know how well you can hear that, if you can hear that, but when you extend it, you can actually shake this cane and hear the joints on each of them shaking. To me, it's not a big deal, but I think that they could improve just a little bit on the rigidness to ensure that it is a little bit more sturdy. Because I was actually nervous about that when I first used it, because I heard so much rattle. I was afraid that it might actually separate at the joints. Thankfully, it doesn't seem like it will do that, but it's still a little bit nerve wracking for me because I am just so used to the standard of it being super, super stiff, rigid, and you could shake it and not hear a single thing. Whereas this one, you could shake it and you can hear quite well. Oh, sorry about that. I actually just realized that my microphone was sitting further away, and that might actually be giving you worse feedback than what I wanted because of, as I said, my computer seems to be running a little bit warm. So I'm sorry about that if you're getting all kinds of extra background noise. Um, Another thing that I'll show here is when you are on a standard cane, you do not have this ability right here. This is why it's called a no jab. It has approximately an 8-inch give for spring load within the handle. So if I was to actually stand this cane up next to my original cane, the no jab is approximately 6 inches longer than my normal 60-inch. This is still classified as a 60-inch cane, but it's just a little bit over because of the spring-loaded handle. One thing I do actually like about this compared to my standard cane is the hand strap has one of the backpack like string clips where you could push on it to slide it back and forth rather than having knots in it, to where you can adjust the handle strap to be able to be a little bit more snug on you compared to having to try and put a knot in there to make it fit for your hand and hope that it's not too loose or that it's going to break or anything like that. So I do like actually having these little uh, spring clips on here for an adjustable hand strap. That is definitely one nice feature I love. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I will be more than happy to share with you. Sorry, I put my cane back against the wall. That way I'm not holding on to it constantly. Um, Awesome. Thank you, Greg. Greatly appreciated. I was kind of worried that it might be a little bit loud in the background because of the computer fan. Greatly appreciated on feedback. Thank you, brother. Let's see. Who all do we have with us? I'm thinking you might be the only one here with us, Greg. So thank you. Greatly appreciated, brother. Not that I'm really all worried about having all kinds of people here, but hey, somebody's better than nobody, right? So, does anybody have any questions on this morning's video by chance? If you do, I would be more than happy to answer anything you might be curious about from this morning's video. As I said, the next few weeks are actually going to be more videos on Monday mornings, bright and early, between 5 and 6 a.m. Each video will be released. I am in the process of repurposing these previous live streams as well as filming other videos to schedule for the rest of the month as well. As I said, like the No Jab Kane, interviews one-on-one with other content creators here on YouTube, as well as those that are not necessarily on YouTube, so I can help with our community to promote their channels and educate on your condition, whether it's blindness or some other situation. I am completely open to helping you spread awareness for your cause, whether it's an eye disability or any other physical disability, help you educate the society on the situation and struggles that you have to deal with, as well as help you grow your community as well. If you are here with me live and you would like to participate in one of these one-on-one interviews, or even would like to participate in a panel interview, by all means, please let me know in the chat or in the comment below if you are not watching us live, and I will get in contact with you so we can make arrangements for you to come on. Oh, you haven't watched it yet? That is entirely all right, Greg. This morning's video was on print-on-demand products like Teespring, Custom Ink, Zazzle, what was it? Redbubble or bubble gum or something like that. I can't remember that one there because there's actually a couple platforms that I've heard of that are new to me that I'm going to be researching even further, so I could do a nice deep dive for everybody on what the difference is between each of the companies, how their systems work, how their payouts work, and all that good thing. Teespring is the one that I currently use myself and have the most knowledge on and have actually sold merch on. It's also where I got my Consult the Blind Guy as well as my Ravens video shirt that you will occasionally see me here wearing. Today, if you haven't noticed, I'm wearing the Live Streaming Pro shirt because that is going to be one of my things and from now on is to help promote those that help me out as well as those that I am good friends with to raise awareness for their channels as well. Today I am promoting Live Streaming Pros, and the Live Streaming Pros not only are helping me do these live streams, but they're the ones that are doing the Leda challenge, and they're the reasons that I have been here every day for the last 10 days and will be here every day for this month. So shout out to the Live Streaming Pros because they are awesome people. David, Laria, Callie, Andy, Paul, Kathleen, just to name a few on the team. We have been talking so much this past week because of participating in Leda. I cannot thank them all enough for helping me because had I not participated in Leda, you might not actually see the actual authentic me. Before this challenge happened, I was more or less a stick figure sitting here against the wall, no real energy, afraid to share my actual thoughts and opinions on things because I was afraid of what you actually might think of me because of my opinion. And now that I know that I can do these things without fear of being cut down, I am going to share more things throughout this month to let you know how to be able to grow your YouTube as well as gain the confidence to be on camera like I am now without having to worry what somebody else is going to say in the live stream or in feedback on the replay. That was one of my biggest fears coming into this was getting trolled because of being blind or getting trolled because I have a different view than somebody else. And we all know there's a lot of people out there who will just lash out because their opinion is different and they think that their opinion trumps your opinion. So, because of the live streaming pros, I have already grown quite a bit, and I thank them for that, and I thank you all for that. Because if you would not be here supporting me and encouraging me these past few days, I probably wouldn't be as comfortable as I am now to come on stream and share my thoughts and opinions. So, thank you all. Blind Guy Show, which is Greg, uh, Divided by Sight, Blind Mage, Just Samson, Nogging, CAD Pro, Diana Art, Paul. You all are freaking awesome people. I can't thank you all enough for coming and supporting me these past few days and for supporting me in general since I have started this channel. It is a great deal of appreciation that I have for all of you for helping me get this far on this channel. Oh, Greg. All right, brother Greg. I will hit you up in a little bit on Facebook, and we can figure out a day where you might want to come on, and then we can definitely talk about me coming on and being with you as well. Um, I would definitely like to bend your ear also about using Streamlabs because I know you use that. Um, I was hoping to use it this month as well because I've only got like 6 hours after today left of my free StreamYard. And I would prefer not to have to pay all kinds of money every month to be able to live stream at this moment because, as you know, being on disability is not the easiest thing to work with for finances. That's why I have come out with this whole new series of ways to get off of disability. That way, if you are looking to make an extra few bucks for passive income or just income in general, that you will be able to supplement yourself. That way, you don't have to worry about entirely being broke every month because you pay your bills and then you have no money left over afterwards. And that is one of my biggest issues is you get disability, you pay your rent, you pay your bills, and then you go get your groceries and stuff like that, and then you're looking at your bank account or looking what you got left for cash, and you're going, oh crap, I ain't got nothing, I can't go anywhere, I can't afford to do anything. And that has been one of my big struggles, and I'm hoping to remedy that by helping educate everybody here on this channel about different ways that we can actually make money as content creators to help improve our quality of life and be able to do things because we can afford to do it and we're not stuck with saving up for months and months and months and months in order to do something because we don't have the money. It has always been one of my things that I would like to go traveling. And when you're on disability and you only get like 20, 30, 50 bucks a month, maybe if you're lucky to spend, it's going to take a while to get the $400, $500, $600, if not more, depending on the cost of the plane ticket and hotel rooms and stuff like that, to be able to travel. And as I said before in one of my previous streams, I am actually a little bit nervous, but I am working on going to take a long trip to Albany, New York, providing this whole situation we're in right now doesn't cancel events next year as well, because I would love to be able to go to the people video conference in person and be able to meet everybody that I got to meet virtually this year for the conference, as well as help volunteer in things at well, hopefully not virtual conference, but I would like to be able to volunteer at the conference next year because I feel that I would be able to give a little bit of value there as a impaired person, not only as a content creator, because I know that I'm not the only one in this community who would like to attend these kind of conferences. And in some cases, as I said, being on disability, it's kind of hard to afford these kind of conferences because some of them do cost a fair bit of money, whether you're in person or virtually. As I've seen in a couple of the conferences I wanted to attend, they wanted close to $200 to $500 for access early, and then there was a couple of conferences I was looking at that I would have loved to attended, and they were close to $1,000. So this is one of my goals, is to try and help our community so we can have the ability to learn these things at the conferences without spending an arm and a leg. Because I know, in my opinion, it's kind of hard to come up with $1,000 in a short amount of time to be able to go to a conference. Yeah, Greg, I will definitely hit you up on Facebook. Most definitely, brother. I will hit you up on Facebook here shortly. I was actually trying to welcome everybody the other day on Facebook. If by chance you didn't get to see, I wanted to welcome all of the new group members, but Facebook has been having some issues and would not allow me to post a welcome. It wouldn't even let me post on any of my groups. Every time I've tried to do anything, the post button has not been usable. I can post on my wall with no issues, but the actual groups itself, the post button has been missing. So I'm sorry I haven't given you all your official welcome into the group yet. As soon as Facebook gets their little error fixed, I will be welcoming you all officially into the group. I had resources and things I was going to be posting in there the other day as well, but because of Facebook not working properly, because they have to constantly seem to screw up things that worked just fine. If by chance you have not had this issue the past week, then be prepared. Facebook is changing things, but yet again on us. The whole menu to where you would look at settings and pages and things like that has got a whole new layout. Some of the groups I've noticed have a new layout. The wall has a new layout. They just keep breaking everything after they get it working good. So hopefully here after the stream, I will be able to see if they have fixed it yet or not. If they haven't, I will be complaining some more to them to get it done so I can actually communicate with you in our group. and not have to post constantly on the actual page. Oh, I can only imagine with the screen reader, Greg. I haven't tried it yet with the screen reader. But I actually might want to try that to see how mine actually behaves with it. Thanks for that idea. That might be another video for me to do for our community, is to share some of the downfalls to the computer programs of assistive technology that don't work to the best of their ability. That is definitely one thing I have noticed these past couple months, is there is a lot of assistive technology out that is supposed to be for us and does not function to actually help us. It becomes more of a hindrance than it does an assistive thing. So thank you for that, Greg. I will definitely be looking into using my couple different screen readers that I have to see how they behave and see if we can possibly be the reason that we get some improvements done for our community, because I know it is very, very difficult to do things when the technology to assist us is not functioning to the best ability for us. Um, as I said, today they wanted me to come up with 2 to 3 things that I would do to implement my unique you into these streams. And I hope that today, by sharing a little bit of my knowledge and plans, that you can actually see that I am planning on implementing a lot more things. I am working with, as I said, other content creators here on YouTube as well as off of YouTube to help them out as well. I'm hoping to figure out these technological issues I'm having with some things, and we will actually have more of an interactive live stream, be it me putting your comments up on screen a little bit easier. Thanks to StreamYard, I can do that now. And it's easy, but I have only used StreamYard for doing all of this to be as easy as it is, where Streamlabs is the other only free option I have at this moment besides my cell phone, which has Prism Live Studio, which I'm still learning how to use with that as well. Pardon. Sorry, didn't mean to burp in your ear. Gotta love coffee. Yeah, I'm usually pretty good with the assistive technology, but it just seems like there's some issues with some of them, like you mentioned with the screen reader not functioning properly, because that is one thing I would love to be able to use here in the live stream. But if I do that, then it tries to read everything on the screen rather than just the comment. So I am trying to figure out if there is a way to switch things up so it will read a specific area possibly, or what, because the programs that I've got on my computer to me are brand new, because, well, my computer is brand new, only a couple months old. So I'm still figuring out the technical side of the new programs. I'm still figuring out all the features on this new laptop. So I will actually be doing a video on this computer here shortly too, as a review of the different accessibility features that it has, the upside to those features as well as some of the downsides to the features. Um, I'm working on trying to make sure that the technology that I have is going to function with this computer to be able to help our community as much as possible. Because that way I know if I can get the programs to work, I should be able to help you if you get the program or have the programs if there's any kind of an issue. Awesome, Greg. I greatly appreciate it. I would love to talk to you about using Streamlabs because I am just like overwhelmed, brother, because I've used it once. I've been periodically looking at it the last 3 days, trying to figure out how to do the sources and the scenes. And I was actually bugging people last night and up until literally 30 seconds before this stream about how we actually change the privacy settings in Streamlabs so I could do testing without constantly doing a go live and sending out notifications when I would have preferred not to bug everybody. I would like to do testing, get things figured out, and I don't want to have notifications going out that I'm live and I'm live and I'm live doing tests. So I'm trying to figure out these different platforms to be able to help our community, whether they want to use Streamlabs or StreamYard, or if they're using just their cell phone. That way they can use Prism Live Studio and stuff like that. Because I think that between the few of us that I know that do live streams, that we would be able to create enough of a tutorial to help our community out so they can actually begin doing these kind of things as well. But, all right, we've got about 10 minutes or less in this here stream. So please, if you have any questions, by all means, feel free to put them into the chat. If you're not here with us on the live stream and you're watching this in a replay, please put hashtag team replay so I can acknowledge that you were here. If you have any questions, put your question in that comment box as well. I will be able to get back to you as soon as possible to answer anything you might be curious about in today's stream or the videos. I use Streamlabs on the PC. Um, that actually, maybe I should ask that. What's the difference between Streamlabs OBS and just OBS? Do you happen to know, Greg? Because I would definitely love to figure that out. Because I've always wondered about that myself. Because it's like, okay, we've got Streamlabs and then you've got OBS. So what's the actual difference? Because that honestly has been something that has confused me, because I've heard so many people make the reference to OBS and it's like, well, okay, OBS would be Streamlabs. But then I've heard other people say, no, Streamlabs is different than OBS. So it's like, okay, what's the difference between Streamlabs and OBS? All right, brother. No problem. I will definitely do some checking around to see if I can figure out what the difference is for us. That is for sure, because I would love to be able to help our community use whichever platform they would like to, because I know not everybody wants to use StreamYard. I know for me, it may be the easiest because that is their Streamlabs alternative, because StreamYard is trying their best to make sure that it is the most easy platform for anybody to use. I am actually in the process of talking to them about being able to help them out further with more tutorials to help others use their platform, because they already have me as a resource for the first two tutorials that I've done for them on how to use StreamYard. But I would love to be able to make it so that all of these different platforms, StreamYard, Streamlabs, Prism Live Studio, whatever live streaming platform, will be accessible to our community. And if you're having issues with accessibility on some of these platforms, please hit me up in the comments and let me know what your specific issue is with these platforms, so I can do my best to help create a resolution for that problem. As I said, I have already done two tutorials for Streamlabs to make it so that people in our community who are visually impaired do have a resource to be able to live stream on that platform. Whether you're low vision or 100% blind, their tutorials by me will be able to help you go live here on YouTube or any other destination that you can stream to from StreamYard. Hey, Sean M. Brother, thank you for coming in and joining us today. I am actually getting ready to wrap up today's live stream here in just a moment. I am actually getting low on my StreamYard time. I was notified by StreamYard last night, thankfully. Thanks for the shout out in the uh, town hall meeting last night, StreamYard. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Thank you as well for the email last night to let me know I was in the top 13 percentile of StreamYard users. I am like beyond ecstatic to find out that I have streamed more than most people do in a month, and that I am in that top percentile of streamers here on YouTube, because I was very shocked to find out that in that short amount of time this past week that I am up there. I greatly appreciate that shout out, because I was never expecting that. That is for sure. If you have any kind of questions, real quick, before we close down today's stream, by all means, please put it in the comments, and I will do my best to get that answered here before we close out for the day. Hey, Brother Sean. Thank you, brother. As I was telling Greg a minute ago, Sean, in case you didn't catch that part, um, after I added you guys into the group the other day, I tried to give you your official welcome on Facebook, and for some reason, Facebook is having issues because they're changing layouts and all kinds of crap on us again. And because of that, the post button was not working. I am actually going to look after the stream today and see if they have it functioning again, or if not, so I can make further complaints to them about getting stuff fixed. so I can actually post in groups again. That is why I put out the post if you could see my post or not on my wall, because that was the only place I could actually post. I could not post on the pages, I cannot post to groups. I thought maybe, I'm in Facebook jail because sometimes I do tend to share things and be boisterous. And I thought maybe I had been punished, but I wasn't. I looked at my stuff about being put in Facebook jail, and there wasn't nothing there. It was all kinds of updates for ads that I had reported that they had finally responded to let me know either they felt it didn't meet their community standards and they removed it, or they had decided that the ad that I had marked was still up to their standard. But I had no notifications of being put into Facebook jail and not being able to post or anything. So I'm not sure if it's just errors on Facebook's part because of the new features that they're implementing in layouts or what. But I will be doing a official welcome as soon as I can on the Facebook groups. For those of you who are here, if you haven't already, if you are interested in being on the Facebook group, we have two of them. The first one is Consult a Blind Guy Hangout, which is open to everybody that is here on YouTube to come in, chill out, chat with the community. And then we also have the Consult a Blind Guy Mastermind, which is specifically for content creators here on YouTube as well as on other platforms. That way we can assist each other and hold each other accountable on what our plans are and how we're doing things to give each other feedback. That way, if you need somebody to double check something for you, or maybe need help with content ideas, help with your thumbnails, comparisons of thumbnails, whatever, this way we as content creators can actually help each other on your channel and help each other grow and hold each other accountable in the sense that if you want to do something specific by a certain amount of time, that we will double check and make sure that you're doing the things that you wanted to get those things done, or help you get those things done if you need it. um I do want to thank you all again for joining me today. It is greatly appreciated. I love seeing everybody here and having these chats with you. It is greatly appreciated. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can stay updated on the latest videos, live streams, and more. Check out the other video that will be popping up over here. It may interest you. There is a whole series on ways to get off of disability. If you are interested in making some easy money, that way you can have a little bit of extra cash so you don't have to worry about saving up for months to do stuff. Or if you want to create your own business. If nobody has any more quick questions, I will see you tomorrow afternoon at the same time. Um, as I said the other day, just in case if you didn't get to see that as well, I have actually switched up our time for the stream just a little bit because I would prefer to be able to make my business meetings and not cut things short. So uh, from now on, Monday through Friday this month, the stream will start at about 5 after 2, just so it's a little bit easier to make sure that the notification gets sent out. Because I have noticed that if it's right at the top of the hour, it does not always post or put the thumbnail out for notification. That's why it's set up for 5 after. But I will be doing it Monday through Friday at 2 in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time. And then on Saturday and Sunday, I will actually do them at noon because we do not have a Zoom meeting after Pat Flynn in the afternoons on the weekends. So I want to thank you all again for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. I can't thank you all enough for being here and having these conversations. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and we'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Thanks again, everybody.